So what's up? My name is Cara Danielle and welcome back to my channel. So on today's video, if you are planning your year, having your mid-year review and want to spice up the next year of your life, or you are celebrating a solar return, i.e. birthday, and you want to have an intentional list of things that you want to do, more like a bucket list that you want to do for your year in existence, keep watching this video because we're going to talk about my 32 adventures for 32 lit. Okay, so what is up, you guys? My name is Cara Danielle and welcome back to my channel. I love you, I'm proud of you, and I'm happy to see you here again on this video. Okay, so intentional living. So as you know, if you don't know, my birthday was May 10th, 2022. Yes, and your girl turned 32. I know I don't look a day over 19, but your girl is 32 years old. And so on my solar return, I just had this epiphany, like this year I want to make this year more intentional. More on the path of doing the things that I want to do, doing the things that I love, doing the things that I want to explore. And how better to do that is write a list of all of the things that I want to do, big, small, or little, and then put it on, put my feet to the pavement and put the practice to the math. Put the room to the room. Who got the keys to my G room? No, seriously. But what better way to celebrate my birthday and every month thereafter with intentional adventures that I have designed and picked for myself. So this video is all about my 32 adventures for year 32. I have also, because I love y'all like that, I have also put a Notion template together, and so you can get a copy of this Notion template and use it for your 30 for 30, your 19 for 19, your 33 for 33, whatever list that you're making or whatever it means to you when it comes to your intentional living, your intentional year. You can use this Notion template for you, and it'll be in the description box below. Okay, so now let's get to this because I did enough talking. Side note, just a little background, get a little background on some little bit. Okay, I'm gonna stop, y'all. Okay, I'm just excited. Okay, so I'm gonna stop. So on the background of this 32 for 32 list, I've actually been doing this list since my 30th birthday, but obviously I turned 30 during the middle of the pandemic, and so we want to do another anyway, y'all. But I've always liked those, 30 for 30 lists. And by the time I understood the 30 for 30 list, I was already past 30. So it was okay. Anyway, it wasn't. I didn't get a chance to because I had already. Okay, we're not going to be bitter because we're not bitter. We move forward. But anyway, by the time I learned about the 30 for 30, I was already 30, and so we had to try to figure something out. So I just decided, hey, let's just do intentional living. It's just like setting a New Year's resolution. It's just like making a bucket list when you travel. These are the things that I want to do in my 32nd year. So now let's get into the list. I'm going to pull up the template. Let's do it, okay? On my template, the words I chose for season 32, this chapter 32, is intentional, creative, and intuitive. And so each of these words describes the year that I want to have this year. Of course, intentional, I want to do this. This is a deliberate actions by myself to choose the adventures that I love and to do them, to open myself up to explore new things. And that's when creativity comes in. So creativity, I have the definition there, related to or involving imagination or original ideas, especially in the production of an artistic work. And so I chose the word creativity or creative is because I am creating the life that I deserve and desire. I'm creating the moments, the memories, the experiences that I want to experience. I am co-creating with the universe, i.e. I am manifesting the life that I deserve and desire by choosing and doing all of these adventures, because obviously this is what I want to do, but this is also, I'm doing it so that I open up the flow of creativity in my life, open up the flow of receiving, of love, of joy, and fun. And the last word I have is intuitive. And intuitive means using or based on what one feels to be true, even without conscious reasoning, instinctive. And so I chose intuitive because a lot of times we're making our goals for the new year, or we're making our financial goals, we're making our worldly goals, and they are ticking and tying off a thing. I want to have this by 21. I want to have my degree by 35. I want to have my finance. I want to have this amount of money in the bank. And while all of those goals are what they are, you're supposed to have those goals, you also need to be led by what you feel and moving intuitively through life. It's a balance between intuition and logic, and I want to cultivate a strong relationship with my intuition and be able to access that inner knowing and that inner knowledge. And I do believe by intentionally having these adventures, opening myself up to the creativity and being the creator of my universe, of my world, will strengthen my intuition so that I know what I like, I know what I love, and I can see that energy, you know, cause the ripple effect in the universe. That was a lot of woo-woo talk, but that's the real deal. Okay. So I have in my notion, what does 23 mean to me? 23, actually 3 plus 2 is 5. And so my perfection year in this year is the 9th house, which is the house of expansion. It is the house of philosophy. It is the house of travel. It is also the house of wisdom. And I have Gemini ruling the 9th house. So you know your girl, and my son is in the 9th house. So it's all about communicating my thoughts, my visions, traveling, sharing my experiences, and also sharing my wisdom and having those experiences to be able to communicate those experiences to those who watch this video. And so 23 means to me, which that 5-year in my life, it just means a complete overhaul of life. I'm no longer effective immediately. I'm no longer doing things that I don't want to do. I'm no longer chasing the bag. Okay? I'm no longer trying to attune to anybody else's ideology but mine and what I discover in my life, what resonates with me. So 23 means to me change completely, an overhaul of the life that I was living, to the life that I know is true to me, that I know is intuitive to me, and moving in that. And I honestly don't care if I fail miserably or horribly. I know for a fact that I did the thing that I wanted to do, and I think that's enough, and I'm sure the universe will back me up and God will say, yes, keep it up, sis. Okay. So now let's get into the list, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to talk about a few things on the list, and if you want to see my complete list, please go to the Notion template in the description box below. If you want to see all of the 32 items on my list, I'm probably just going to catch the main 10 because they are very much important to me, and maybe some other ones if we get a chance to, because I don't want to talk y'all ears off. Okay. Okay, so let's do this thing. So number one, have a basic conversation in Chinese and Korean. So I've always wanted to learn a language, and so me being a communication major, I actually did take French when I was in college. I absolutely loved it. If you ask me to say anything in French at this moment, I will lie to you and run in the other direction, because I do not remember anything. I took French in middle school and I took French in college, and all I know is bonjour. Okay, that shit. No, I was about to say something else. That's all I know. Okay, au revoir, au revoir, au revoir. Let's see. Learn to swim. Don't judge me, because I can see your eyes. I don't judge. What else? Learn to bake a lemon pound cake and a strawberry cake. Now, I can do a little something. I know a little about seasoning and spices in the kitchen, okay? I can cook you a nice salmon, okay? And I did say salmon with an L. However, baby, I can't bake to save my life, baby. The last cupcakes I made was some real oily cupcakes, okay? But we're gonna learn how to bake, okay? Because when my boo thing, when I get one, okay? Because good sis single. When I get a boo thing, and I say, baby, you know what? I'm gonna make you a little cupcake, I'm a cupcake. You can eat this cupcake, but I'm gonna make you another cupcake. Yeah. And I put them cupcakes down on the table. He's like, baby, them cupcake good. I know them cupcake good. Learn martial arts. Now I know this is probably gonna be a kind of like hard. I took kickboxing at one point in time, and I did take MMA lessons, but I have long nails, and so I tend to not go through it, because obviously you have to be able to ball your fist, and I can't do none of that, and I don't fight like that. So, but I do want to take a martial arts class, because I think it's fun, like maybe Tai Chi or something to get the body movement outside of my yoga routine. Oh, another thing to get the body movement is I want to learn Kasamba. Kasamba. I saw a video of it, and I was just like, yes, move them hips. That looked so attractive to me, and I was so enamored by it. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I should try to take some lessons, and so to get into my body. I previously used to take pole dance lessons in my early 20s for about 2 years. I enjoyed it, loved it. Could I do some of the things that I did then? Possibly not, but hey, no judgment there. So complete the year. Next one is to complete the year with a 4.0 GPA. Again, this is we're talking about goals with specific measurable items. So as you know, I am a doctoral student. I'm getting my doctoral degree in psychology, and so this is my second year, and so I want to keep it up. That's it. Travel internationally to, I have 4 places on here: Thailand, Hong Kong, Seoul, and Santorini. Actually 5. I actually went to Thailand, into Phuket earlier for my birthday for I think 8 days, and so I'm going to post my 2 videos, my travel vlogs on there. But that's just only one trip. I have 3 other trips to go. Read 1 book a month. So I'm challenging myself. I don't get to leisurely read too often, because obviously I am in school, and so I read because I am made to read. But I know, because we're in school and we're made to read, you don't want to read for leisure purposes, especially if you're someone like me. I'm reading I do read smut. I listen to smut, like audiobooks. I listen to smut, yes, but sometimes, a lot of times, I'm reading self-help, self-transformation books, and so I don't necessarily read fiction all the time. And so I've tried to buy fiction and self-help books, so that I can balance, or spiritual books, so I can balance the 2 out. But reading 1 book a month, I am happy to say that I have read my 1 book for July, and so I'm picking up another book so that I can just read. I might just get ahead of myself, but technically I should have at the end of this, and when I do 32, or when I do my 32 review, I should have 12 books read. Okay. Go to the opera. So I try to be a culture queen, a well-rounded queen, and so I love music. I took music history in my communication degree, and I learned how to play the piano, and I take singing lessons from time to time. I used to sing in a choir, and so music is very important to me. That's how I release my stress. I honestly feel like that's how I ground myself, and that's also an offering to when I use my voice, I feel like that's my praise, to God. And when I sing, or when I use my voice to help and encourage people, and so using that, I love to go to the opera. I love music. I love singing. I love just the atmosphere. I love how it captures you and cultivates you, and the emotion behind it. And so I go to the symphony from time to time, but the one thing I have not done is go to the opera, and there's a whole big story behind that. I had a chance to go a couple of years ago. I was actually stood up, And so I never went, but this year it doesn't matter who's going or who's not. I'm gonna get myself, and then we're gonna go, okay. To create a style and wardrobe. And so this is happening on my TikTok, where I have videos talking about like outfits that I'm wearing. I am a hermit, and I have been a hermit throughout this whole pandemic. And so at the beginning of this year, I went on this big, I'm gonna get rid of everything. And when I tell you, I ravished my closet. Did I not know that I was not gonna have clothes after that? I have no idea. But I ravished my closet and threw out a lot of my clothes. And quite frankly, when I talk about codependency, I'm talking about it and pertains to, you know, my fashion sense and how I've been critiqued and how I've been, you know, kind of a box around my fashion style. And so I want to create something, a fashion style that, you know, encompasses all my personalities on any given day. The spiritual K, you know what I'm saying, the corporate K, the travel K, the school K, the sexy K, and the classy K. And I want to, you know, develop a style and a wardrobe that is surrounding all of those personalities. So boom, I'm obviously going to make videos about all of these, but I definitely want to create that this year. Outer thigh tattoo and a dreamt tattoo. I hope I said that right. So I have 5 tattoos, you know, on my body. 1 on my foot, 1 on my arm, 1 on my upper stomach, lower breast, 1 on my shoulder here, and then 1 on my back. And so obviously I want 2 more on the outer sides of my thigh, and then I want to go to Chiang Mai and get a dreamt tattoo. I will make dreamt tattoo. I will make another video about that. I'm obsessed. I'll just leave it at that. And then lastly, I'll recite this one. I want to live unapologetically, learn to enjoy every moment, take nothing for granted, love myself, spoil myself, and be thankful always. Listen, you know, this list is great, and I love it, and I'm so excited to attempt to cross each and every one of these things off. But the main thing of this list is intentional living, and the main thing for this list for me is to open myself up to all the avenues and opportunities and really enjoying and being seen, you know, for who I am, and sharing my light and my energy to the world. And I believe that these things will help me get out of the old program and any self-limiting belief, and take a chance on myself, and take a chance on my happiness, and take a chance on my smile, and take a chance on just enjoying life each and every day, and building my self-confidence and my self-esteem so that I am living authentically. That is not how you say it. Living authentic. That I am living authentic to who I am and who I want to be. And so if you are on the same journey, if you are creating your 30 for 30, if you are creating your 32 for 30 list, or if you just want to come on this journey with me and living out loud, living unapologetically, and living in creative joy and bliss, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, or you can just like, comment, share with the people, and I'll so be grateful. I love you, and I thank you for being here, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.